November 13th, 2025. What we are looking at here is the HYG junk bonds chart, and it started to give us a signal yesterday that bad things might be coming. As you can see, it filled up this gap the last few days and then started to form a lower high yesterday. Um, Gave us a signal that bad things might be coming today, and sure enough, they absolutely did. And if you look at like VVIX yesterday, you can see it was starting to spike up as well. So probably should have paid a little more attention to those signs. And if you look on LQD, you can actually see the same thing where a lower high started to form yesterday, signaling that, maybe there was going to be trouble today. If you look over here on the left-hand side, you can see every single sector in the S&P sold off pretty deeply, and that is always a very bad sign. Many stocks sold off massive amounts of percent today. SoFi, for example, almost 12%. So if we pop over here to the SPY chart, zoom in, you can see on the hourly we had, oh, I'm on a daily. Let me go to the hourly. Grab a little more time here. Okay, on the hourly today, we basically lost all of our good progress to the upside. It basically filled this gap. But to stay in bullish territory, if we were gonna fill this gap completely, we really needed to close back above these previous highs over here on the left-hand side that we've been talking about for some time. We needed to close back above all this stuff. That did not happen. We closed very weak. We lost the 20 SMA. We lost our little higher lows going up. So it's not a good look going forward. It's not a good look in junk bonds. It's not a good look in corporate credit grades. It's not a good look on VIX. It's not a good look anywhere I look right now. So unless some miraculous thing happens, something like this, we recover this area and then continue up, I'll get long for that. But that's definitely no longer the base case. The base case at this point is going to be something more like this. Pullbacks up to here, continue down. And then this is going to be like our third recent test of the 50 SMA. Not a good look on that. So it's looking bearish. That's probably what we're looking for in SPY. Coming ahead, if we go to QQQ, it's even worse. That would be due to much of the sell-off, or the mass majority of the sell-off, coming from the AI names, coming from semiconductors, etc. Um, Over here, we lost the 20 and basically made it all the way to the 50. We filled the gap and continued down, continued to continued to keep going down. Lost the previous highs over here, so that's all concerning. So basically what we're looking for is just pull back shorts anywhere in this area here, to continue back down further. Let's take a look at some specific names. I do have a handful of top watch trade ideas for tomorrow. First one is going to be NVDA. We'll take a look at that. On NVIDIA, what I am looking for, if this happens, if we come up here and reject, I would be looking to come back short down back to 185. If you look to the left at previous price action below 185, it is a prior bounce range over there. So in theory, if we come back in here, we should head down to the other end of the bounce range, at least 180, on basically a look above and fail, but this is kind of messy over here. So the better trade is pull back to 190, 150, come back short down to these lows, 185. So if we get a pullback to 190, 150 tomorrow or near, sellers step back in. Great place to get short if the market's continuing to sell off. Tesla. So if you zoom way out on Tesla, you can see we lost this massive kind of bounce range up here. And I think it was just in yesterday's video, I was suggesting that it kind of looked like a double top. You can see I have these big red arrows that have been here short below 412.50, but I wasn't paying attention close enough when it happened, so I did not, unfortunately, did not short it. Um, and a trade I did take today, which was trying to catch a SPY gap fill. It just went in the craziest manner. I ended up losing because basically because my stop got hit and I widened my stop a lot because I had a ton of confidence in the trade. And then it did end up happening anyways. So that definitely sucks for me, I guess. On Tesla, what I'm looking for here, pull, I went too far with the line, but pullbacks to 412.50 to continue back down. Um, Once we get down below these levels, it is pretty thin structure down here. And if we don't stop out at these little tiny support areas, 392 or 388, it's basically a clear free fall all the way back down to 365. So Tesla is without a doubt top watch tomorrow for shorts. Think it's definitely the top of my priority list, with no doubt about it. After losing what it lost today, and it lost to 20 and it lost to 50, and we're basically falling off of a cliff. You see this is all thin over here. I mean, absolutely. This could turn into a parabolic massive short, just like it was a massive long going up. Um, as long as we reject basically off this 412.50. Palantir is the next top watch for tomorrow. As you can see on the Palantir daily, we are threatening to lose this bounce range. So any lower highs below 170, 150, set it up to kind of fall off the cliff over here. So next level down, I'm looking to capture is 163.50. Lower highs. Yeah, lower highs below 171.15 for 163.50. Next one I'm watching is Hood. And on Hood, I am looking for basically, I'm looking for any lower high below today's opening print. So any pullback up here where sellers step up to come back down short. Take a look at the daily. We've got room to fall also below this 121.30, but to get there, I would look for a lower high in this area and then hold it short. We got gaps down here to fill, all that good stuff. Final one I am watching is Disney. Disney is another one falling off a cliff, very thin structure, wide open gaps. It filled one gap today. So you see this 110 level. Go to the hourly. We could catch the lower high here at 107.50 or up in this area, probably the opening print from today. So let's just say any lower high below today's opening print to 105.80, and then probably looking for continuation down, mass thin structure and gaps over here. I would just make a note of these support areas, but that could end up being another massive parabolic short. So as long as the market doesn't do some miraculous recovery overnight or tomorrow, I think that there's some pretty great shorts ahead of us. That's all I got for now. Like, follow, subscribe. I'm out.